What are we going to get into today? Well, today, this is one of my most favorite recipes. We are going to make a salted caramel moonshine. All right, but we're not going to use the little squares, caramel squares. We're not going to use this caramel syrup for ice cream. We're going to make our own caramel. It does taste the best, and it ain't hard to do. There's just a few steps to make it happen, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But first things first, welcome to Steelworks and Brewing. My name is Randy, and this is the channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. All right, well, let's get started. Wait a minute, I forgot something, didn't I? Hey, please hit that subscribe button down there. It really helps us out. All right, now let's get started. Okay, and like always, I will put the ingredients in the description box, so if you wanted to make it yourself, you can. And I would suggest you do, okay? All right, one of the biggest things about making your own caramel sauce, whatever you want to call it, is have everything ready to go, all right? You know, boom, 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 boom. I even got my measuring cups that I need to add in when I want. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, but it is not bad, and you still want it when you want your ingredients ready to go. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do is I got 1 1/4 cups of sugar I'm gonna put in the pan. Right, that sure does seem like a lot, but it's not. All right, and then we want 1/4 cup of water. All right, 1/4 cup of water. All right. And then what we're going to do, I like to use a wooden, this is like a flat, but a wooden spoon. That's what I like. We're just going to mix this up a little bit with the water. And the long and the short of it is, I guess caramel is just burnt sugar. Okay, that's all mixed up. All right, now here's the hardest part. Well, let me put this away somewhere. Now I'll put it right here. So what we want to do, I'm going to start off with low medium heat. All right. So what we want to do is we want to bring this up to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer until it gets a golden brownish color. Then that's going to be up to you how brown you want it. Okay, but just be careful. All right. So the other thing I'm going to do is I have a pastry brush, and if it starts bubbling up on the side, you want to take a wet pastry brush, just dip it in a little bit of water, and just push the sides down back into the melted sugar. Okay, but like I said before, okay, as you see, it's starting to simmer a little bit, and we don't want it to overboil, but you want it to simmer. And we're just going to leave it alone, let it do its thing. And like I said before, if it starts building up crystals around the side here, we want to take a wet pastry brush and just kind of push it back down into the molten sugar, okay? And here in a little while, it will turn out to be a nice golden color, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients in. Now you can just kind of shake your pan a little bit. They say that won't hurt it. Okay, so I'll be back. See them little crystals on the sides? Yeah, we just want to push them down in the See, the lens is all steaming up. Okay. Okay, a quick update. If you can see, it's just starting to turn a little golden right in there. So it's almost there. It won't take long once it starts. It's a little while longer. Once it started getting some color, I started up my flat wooden, I call it a spoon. You just kind of stir it, keep it all going, and see the color. It's getting better and better color. So in the beginning, you don't want to touch it. You want to let it do its thing. Once you start getting color in it, then we're going to start stirring. It's going to start drying all the water out of the syrup. You see the nice color it's getting? So it's just about done. I'll make sure I have me another quarter cup of water to make it a real good syrup. Because it can start clumping up on you. I did turn the heat up just a little bit. I'm running about 300 degrees on my thing here. Okay, so I think I did turn the heat up to 340. See a nice caramel color there? So I'm gonna say, and the bubbles are really kind of going away, and you're getting more good looking caramel liquid there. So that's looking pretty good to me. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call that done. So I'm gonna kill the heat. Look at that, ain't that pretty? Okay, so what do we want to do next? Now here's let me move this off the, whatever on that. Now here is, look at that, ain't that pretty? Okay, so here's the scary part. You gotta put a quarter cup of water in there. And it will bubble, because it is hot sugar. Stir that around. Oh, I steamed you all up. You want to get that sugar all and that water all mixed together. Just don't burn yourself. This would, you get that on your skin, it's going to burn like crazy and it won't stop. And it will get nice and thick once it cools down. Okay, so now what we want, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we want 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Hence the name salted caramel. Oh, if you could smell the smell, it is fantastic. So just give that a good stir. Get that water incorporated in there to keep it kind of thin. That's why I like this flat spoon. So I can keep scraping off the bottom. And then what we're going to do is let this cool. So let me recap what we did a little bit. We put the sugar in the first the dish of water and let that just sit there and simmer away without touching it. And then once it started to get some color, we stirred and stirred and stirred until we got the exact color we wanted. And then we removed it. Once it got to the right consistency where it looks right, we took it off the heat. We added the second addition of water and the vanilla and the salt. And we were stirring, and we will move on. Okay? So let's let this cool down. And we'll get ready to move on to the next step, okay? Okay. So, it's pretty much cool. What I want to do is I want to put 1 cup into a quart jar. And this is up to you how much you want to use. It depends on how sweet you want it. But I'm hoping I'm going to have right about 1 cup. It'd be pretty close. That might be just a shy of a cup, but that's okay. I'm just a little shy of a cup. That's okay. That's better tasting caramel than you can ever buy. Yum. Okay. So we got our caramel in there. Now I got me some 120 proof corn here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the jar up. Well, what I think I will do, yeah, I'll fill it up. Okay, I'll fill that up. And then I got a lid here somewhere. Put the lid on it. And the fun part is getting this all mixed together. So see, might take a couple minutes. With all that good alcohol, it'll cut that sugar down. All right, let me get this all stirred in. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to shake it for every once in a while. Come by and shake it until it's all dissolved. It's pretty much all dissolved, but we're going to give it a try. Sure smells good. Wow. Woo! And real caramely tasting. A little bit hot, which I kind of wanted. It was 120 proof shine I put in there. So it's a little hot, but boy, is it tasty. Oh, man. Make sure ain't no sugar on them threads. That is good. Got to put a label on that. Woo, that warmed you up. Caramel. Salted caramel. And I want to make sure I'm 120p. All right. I've said it before, label stuff right away because you always think you will remember, but you won't. All right. There we go. There's our salted caramel shine. Beautiful color. Like I said, it's going to take a little while to just come by and shake it every once in a while. I mean, it's pretty much all dissolved, but just shake it a little bit every once in a while. And it's fantastic. All right. That is a keeper. Okay. So I guess the last thing I got to say is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Still Worship Brewing. Cheers, everybody. All right.